Look, I just want to tell y'all this. This is so crazy, but look, as being a man of God, man of Yahuah, follower of him, it is so difficult to be a man seeking a wife. When I tell you, it is so difficult. I could go up, even in person, you be dating, that be whatever. Go women in general, in person, speaking to them, have a nice conversation with them. Maybe out of like 10 women, 2 of them may have an interest, right? And within those 2 that do have an interest, it is crazy because like most, even if I'm talking like somebody who's spiritually a girl that's in the church, she's doing this, she's not going to be on the same page with trying to follow the Most High for real. She wants the lukewarm man. So look, that takes out a majority of women right there. Then the 1 other percent that women that are interested with it, they're very spiritual. And you know what that means? They're demonic. Crazy into all the witchcraft. Oh yeah, I really like how you doing it, blah, blah, blah. And then just straight up demons. Straight up succubuses. And it's so crazy. And it's like, wow. Y'all don't know how hard it is out here for a man. Is actually truly doing a do. You know what I mean? Because, and my brothers, they understand. Ones that are truly following, they understand. It's not easy. You know what I mean? It's like, you gotta be the bad guy, being a man of Yahuah. You gotta be the one putting down the rules. You gotta be the one putting down the law. And a lot of women inside, especially because of feminism, don't realize that this is what a man of Yahuah is. A lot of women don't have the example to go by of this is what a man of Yahuah is. And those that do have a father, a dad in their life is amazing. Because yes, as scripturally, that's what we're supposed to be able to do, to come to the man, come to the father, so he can approve of us to be able to take care of his baby girl, to be able to transfer the ownership, the responsibilities that us as a man are supposed to be able to carry, that he's carried of you, and transfer that responsibility onto us in a surety that you will be taken care of, loved. It's ridiculous. But literally, as I was about to make this video, my physical dad actually called me and was like, hey, are you seeing anybody? Hey, I got a coworker that is actually kind of interested. So I praise the Most High still, regardless, But this is a little funny, but real video at the same time. But I praise the Most High truly because, I've been praying on my wife, and I'm constantly sowing into it. I spend the money I need to. Take out, what I mean? Doing what I'm supposed to be doing, take care of my things, But it's hard out here. And my brothers, they know. Where are all the men at? The men don't want to be out there because it's tiring. The men don't want to go out there because y'all don't really want us for real. Y'all want the womanly man. Y'all want the feminine man. Y'all want the man to let you do whatever you want to do and then make it seem like he care about you. You see what I mean? So yeah, a lot of those brothers, we done walked out. We done said, nah, I'm gonna keep my peace with the Most High, and I'm gonna keep it at that, But no, I'm gonna still keep on trying. I'm still keep on giving love, regardless. But it's just hard. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, man can send 100 shots. 1% of them. Don't matter how you get. Don't matter how successful. 1% of them might be a good match. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. And so look, I say all this because you have to know Yahuah in order to honor a husband who is following Yahuah. You have to, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't work. Because a man is going to strive and thrive and be the best man by a woman who honors him, who respects him, and realizes what he is for the kingdom, and realizes and tells the world, honors him in the gates, that all the gates, people in the gates will know her man, her husband, because of how highly she speaks about him. It's huge. But yeah, much love. All praise to the Most High God, Yahuah. Y'all be blessed. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. So look, this is really for all the women inside of the comments that feel that they're not being able to find a man as well too. Well, look, here's number one. I just want to address with everyone inside of here that it is your job to be found. It is your job to be able to accept a man to be able to decline a man, to be, you don't have to go out of your way besides just placing yourself out there in order to be found. Now, it takes discernment in order for you to be able to have the right man, which relies on you knowing Yahuah and being inside of your covering, the headship of your father, your physical father, and also Yahuah. If you're still with your physical father, if not, then it's going to be Yahuah until you have your husband. So within that, it seems like a lot of the things I said in the video went over a lot of people's head. So I'm reaffirming this here, that yes, I mean, it's our job to seek. It is our job to seek the kingdom, yes, and also to seek our wife. We go out to go find a wife. Throughout scriptures, you see they went out to go get Isaac a wife. They went out to go get Ishmael a wife. They went out to go get so-and-so a wife. They went to go seek. This is a man's duty. So it goes back into a woman being able to grow inside of her duty. And this is what a lot of the video is trying to display inside of there, that you have to be following and know Yahuah in order to see and discern the correct man that is following Yahuah. Not the one you just want, not the one that is the one you need. Because Yahuah is what you need. And a lot of people inside the comments, I'm just throw this in out there too, that are saying that you need to have faith, but you also need works. Because if you don't have faith in you have faith in Yahuah, sure, but it doesn't matter if you're not putting in the works. You're not sowing those seeds that you need to in order to reap the harvest that he has for you. So it's not about being passive. Yahuah has never been about being passive. Yahuah has never been about just letting things just happen. No, you got to put in the work. You got to take what's yours. Children of Israel, you are to take this land for yours. Children of Israel, you are to deny sin, to destroy their pagan images, to not be a part of it. We have to put in a work. And so many people saying, oh, just wait, just don't do this, but in reality, you have to put in work in order to be to where you want. The same way a man has to grow himself, has to become stronger, has to become a better leader, has to become, a better teacher, all these things. We have to be able to do those things following Yahuah, following the path that Yahushua laid out for us. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I pray that this does really help, because it's a big disconnect that I see even in the comments in general and people in person. It's the roles being mixed up. And it's really a really unfortunate thing, but I pray that this can help and it just clarifies, because you got to be able to see and know Yahuah in order to see and know the man of him that's following him. It's very that simple, So yes, prayers and everything is amazing, but you got to put in the work as well. And that starts with, yes, becoming more submissive. Yes, being able to understand that, oh, yes, it's not all about what I say. It's not about, me just being, just doing a lot of combating and trying to fight and stuff like that. No, it's more about me being able to win a man over with my words, being able to win a man over with, how kindly I treat him, things that I do for him. It's not about all the superficial things. And, the same thing for a man. Yeah, a man needs to be able to teach, needs to be able to show his woman and lead with kindness and love as well. So it's and also strength. And that's where a lot of women get really upset about that, not wanting a man's strength when this is what he's supposed to be. It's like you got to be able to take the bitter with the sweet. Not everything is going to be all nice and flowery. Like, that's what you got your women for. That's not what we're here for. So yeah. It's even more difficult for women. Shake my head. Okay, so now look, I'm not trying to come at you and attack you, but there are many women that feel this type of way. And what I'm just going to tell you is going into the scriptures. Proverbs 31:10, right there. I got it in there for a reason. It is rare to find a virtuous woman. This is a woman that is actually truly exemplifying the words of Yahuah. It is rare. It's not saying the same thing for a man. So let's not go and put into our own feelings and emotions. Let's go by scripture. Let's go by what Yahuah is saying. And like I said, I don't want to even make this about a competition or anything, because it's not. But the point is that you got to be able to understand, especially there are many of the people and women that are saying these type of things right here are typically bitter, are typically older, or typically have children out of wedlock, etc., things like that. Now, it's not to cast any stones, but it's to speak about the truth, that when you are living in sin, you have to deal with the sin that you have created. Yahuah puts you inside of a situation where, yes, you're going to be fighting a lot more battles due to your sin. And some sin you can't really come out of that easily at all. So it's things you got to be able to accept and understand in general. In general, majority of men are going to desire, and it's not, like I said, it's not to attack anybody, but majority of men are going to desire children from their wife. And so you got to be able to understand that, especially the different mindsets, age, most majority of men are going to desire younger women. It is just normal. It's a very normal thing. Unless he came with this woman since a young age, he's not going to have a desire for that woman outside of, in general, like things that you can do together. Like it's not trying to make it a carnal thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like there's only but so much, and we're just having companionship, I mean, and it's not saying that Yahuah can't make things happen, but it's just the probability is a lot lower, and it's a lot less things to have to worry about dealing with.